People are going to call me crazier and wonder why I did what I did. Deception. Stop dealing in deception with people. When I met Ashley, I was openly polyamorous. I slept with women. I was upfront about it. I told her about my anger issues. I told her about my felony. I told her about prison. I told her about being controlling.
46-year-old Rayan Smith was the man who had the audacity to go on social media to justify the reason why he shot and killed his girlfriend Ashley Harden, aged 38, in broad daylight. This couple, who nobody saw to be having any sort of relationship troubles, ended up in the news for very terrible reasons. Why on earth will anyone kill their partner and still go on social media to calmly talk about the reason he did it? Well, let's find out what actually made him do this and see what is going on inside his head. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story takes us to Rockford, Illinois. Rockford, Illinois, a city in northern Illinois, is the fifth most populous city in the state and the largest outside the Chicago metropolitan area. With a crime rate of 4,065 per 100,000 residents, Rockford has a crime rate that is 74.91% higher than the national average. Ashley Harden, aged 38, was a beautiful lady who grew up and lived in the Rockford, Illinois. She attended Sterling High School. Ashley was a well-liked person. She was happy and also a very beautiful soul who liked to sing. She loved to encourage people who were down.
All right. Tried to find some quiet time. I don't know if these kids are going to let me, but just wanted to answer the challenge of Janet Salter, just encouraging folks to be thankful right now for all that's going on in the world. If you're still alive, if you're still able to work, your kids are healthy, your loved ones are healthy and safe, just be thankful. Could have been us. Some people are way worse off than we are, so just stay thankful. All right. Tragedies are commonplace. All kinds of diseases. People are slipping away. Economy's down. People don't get enough pay. But as for me, all I can say is thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Who's next?
Ashley, who was also a mother of 3 lovely kids, was a loving mother. She dedicated a lot of her life to her kids and her partner. This partner of hers was 46 years old Rayan Smith.
Chapter 34, Choices. Cocaine is a lethal concoction, sinister from its inception and foolproof in its means. Of all obstacles in our way, cocaine is one of the worst social ills that plague blacks in this country since we were brought here in chains.
Rayan was someone who had a sketchy background. He had been in prison. He cheats, he has anger problems and all kinds of negative things you can think about. This was supposed to be a big red flag, but Ashley still let him into her heart out of kindness, which she would later regret. He was also an author who wrote a book called Sociopath or Wrong Path.
All right, everybody, it is official. I am a published author. I just want to say thank you to the countless people that have helped me over the years in putting this together. Everyone that's proofread, everyone that's offered me words of encouragement, everyone that I've said to you, hey, you're in my book, you are in my book. There have been a lot of names that were changed. There have been a lot of situations that were changed or tweaked to kind of protect the integrity of certain people and protect the innocent, and for legal reasons, of course. But the book is definitely based on my life. It's based on a lot of people that I've run into in my life. I'm not a writer. I just had a story to tell. I'm not a writer, but I have 8 more books in the works of just stories that things that I want to share. So there is a progression.
She loved him a lot. She posted about it on her social media account. In this post she said, "So, I'm not officially on Facebook, but this guy turned 44 yesterday, and I wanted to show him some love. Happy birthday to you, my love. You work hard to make life better for us, and it is always appreciated. Love you forever. Apart from that, she posted a lot of his pictures on her social media. She professes his love for him, but unfortunately that would not be enough for a sociopath like Rayan. That was what people saw on the outside, but things were not like that on the inside. They had been having all sort of issues which no one knew about. Unknown to people, she had been trying to break up with him due to him sleeping around and other irresponsible acts by him, but he would not let that happen. After realizing he could not keep Ashley, he decided to kill her and all of her kids altogether. His plan was to pour gasoline around the house and burn it down with her and her kids inside of it. On July 23, 2022, he put his plans to motion. He was in the process of dousing the house with gasoline when Ashley smelt the gasoline, so she went to inspect what was happening outside the house. That would be the last time anyone saw Ashley alive. About 4 hours after she was reported missing, the Roscoe Police Department responded at 7:35 a.m. to Ecolab at 5151 East Rockton Road, where Hardin was found deceased behind a business. Rayan then did the unthinkable. He went online to let everyone know he did it and it was a justified killing. His twisted mind told him he had done the right thing, and he was not shy to tell everyone his story. Here is a video of his rants.
People are gonna call me crazier and wonder why I did what I did. Deception. Stop dealing in deception with people. When I met Ashley, I was openly polyamorous. I slept with women. I was upfront about it. I told her about my anger issues. I told her about my felony. I told her about prison. I told her about being controlling, violent, everything. I gave her every opportunity to walk away. I gave her every opportunity to be honest with me, but instead she chose to constantly deal in deception. And I'm tired of it, period. And a lot of the deception is far beyond her. It comes from the Rockford fucking black church. When I met her, she had just stopped a pastor in his church. In fact, she's fucked with like 4 or 5 pastors here in Rockford. And it's not just her. The Rockford black church is corrupt as fuck. They protect these predatory pastors. They give them money. All these fucking pastors around, they got all these goddaughters and young light-skinned girls that they taking on trips to other countries and to all these concerts and church this and that. And you stupid people in Rockford pay the tithes and offerings to pay for this shit. I know countless women with evidence that have dealt with these black pastors here in Rockford, and y'all go for it. One of the worst motherfuckers, Ronald Alexander. Look in his phone. Look in your daughter's phone. If your daughter go to his church, look in her phone. E.J. Parham. I don't know how the fuck he became a pastor, and everybody know he used to bop on Broadway almost every fucking day. Bishop James, his own granddaughter. And all this shit is always rumored about in Rockford, but it gets swept under the rug. And then another bad one was Larry Hamilton, Ashley's ex-husband. He's so fucking corrupt. All his fake ailments and tithes and offering and sympathy. Ashley and Larry were sneaky and corrupt together, and they birthed 3 sneaky, corrupt fucking children. Hate me for saying it, but it's the fucking truth. And now Larry can get all the sympathy that he wants. He can get all the fucking tithe and offerings that he wants. Do better. Y'all supposed to be so fucking churchy. I've been looked down on by the black church my entire life. When me and Ashley first announced that we was around, my blood fucking cousin Lynn Washington go try to warn her on Facebook. Why? Well, here's your why.
According to court documents, milk jugs containing gasoline were found on the property. At least one of the jugs was poured on the house. Her friends could not believe he did this to her, but they remembered her as the nice person she was.
Heartbreaking story this evening about one woman who recently passed away. Our Shannon Taylor has more.
Tragedies are commonplace. All kinds of diseases. People are slipping away.
Ashley Hardin was a mother, friend, and now a memory. Hardin was allegedly murdered by her ex-boyfriend Rayan Smith. Her best friend Kyla Trujillo says she never expected anything like this to happen.
I knew that he had problems, but I never, in my wildest dreams, never thought he would play God and decide whether she lives or she's gone.
The 38-year-old's body was found in Rockton after she was reported missing. Because of Ashley's relationship with her boyfriend, Trujillo says they were pulled apart.
He pulled her from me where we didn't actually speak for 3 years, from 2017 until January of 2020, when she reached back out to me again.
However, Trujillo pushes forward by remembering what made her friend so special.
She'll make you laugh. She'll make you smile. She will make those tears go away, even if she's just cracking jokes. I'm still waiting for her to call me back. I'm still waiting for her to I just got married and was so happy for me. I don't have a big support system, but that girl was my support system.
A life lived, but never forgotten.
Thank you, Lord, for all you've done for me.
Rayan was subsequently arrested and charged with first-degree murder, aggravated kidnapping and unlawful restraint.
Rayan Smith appears in court for the first time after he's accused of kidnapping and killing his ex-girlfriend. Ashley Hardin was reported missing early Saturday morning from her Cole Avenue home. According to the criminal complaint, Hardin and her son went outside after smelling gasoline. There was a car parked on the street and she told her son to go back into the house. That was the last time Hardin was seen alive. A few hours later, the 38-year-old's body was found by Roscoe police behind a business on East Rockton Road. Smith is charged with first-degree murder, aggravated kidnapping, and aggravated unlawful restraint. Police say he was found with a machete, Hardin's phone, and medication. Smith is being held on a $2 million bond. He's due back in court August 31st.
Court documents just into our newsroom. They paint a grim picture of an alleged murderer. 13 Investigates' William Engels is here tonight to break down the latest details for us. William.
Brittany, Rayan Smith is accused of kidnapping and murdering his girlfriend Ashley Hardin. And today we're getting a clearer picture of what happened that morning. Let's start first with the evidence police found when they arrested Smith. Police found Smith in his car hours after the alleged crime. They found a machete, blood, Hardin's phone, and zip ties. Police also found more zip ties and bullets where they found Hardin's body. And here's video of that scene where police found Hardin. The documents we have say Smith worked here at Echo Lab that's out in Roscoe. Police also used security footage to connect Smith's car to this building on the day that Hardin died. Smith's car first got on scene just before 3 o'clock in the morning. Shortly after that, Smith posted a video on Facebook where he tagged Hardin. In that video, he says Hardin and several pastors were corrupt, and also says people were going to wonder why he did what he did.
People are going to call me crazier and wonder why I did what I did. Deception. Stop dealing in deception with people.
Smith is due back in court on August 31st for a status hearing. He's charged with first-degree murder, kidnapping, and unlawful restraint.
He pleaded guilty to the crime and he was sentenced to 60 years in the Illinois Department of Corrections, which is the maximum possible sentence for first-degree murder, and additionally sentenced him to natural life in prison for the firearm enhancement.
36-year-old Rayan Smith will spend the rest of his life in prison after killing his ex-girlfriend Ashley Hardin in July.
Things took a turn for Rayan few months into his sentence. Rayan was found dead in his cell.
The 46-year-old man who killed his ex-girlfriend, Ashley Hardin, in Rockford earlier this year has died in prison. Our Jim Haggerty's been looking into this. And Jim, what have you been able to find out?
Mimi, the Will County Coroner's Office and the Illinois Department of Corrections confirmed this morning that Rayan Smith died on Christmas Day. Neither office has said how he died, but what we do know is Smith was transferred to Stateville Northern Reception and Classification Center near Joliet earlier this month. Just days later, he died while in custody of the Department of Corrections. Smith pleaded guilty in October to first-degree murder in the death of 38-year-old Ashley Hardin, whose body was found July 23rd in Roscoe.
The real reason why he died was not disclosed by the authorities. The business where Ashley's body was found decided to build a memorial for her.
Last July, a Rockford woman was reported missing. Her body was later found behind Ecolab in Roscoe.
Now the business and its workers are keeping Ashley Harden's memory alive. Nikel Delgado joins us now. Nikel, this tribute's in a place where many people will see it.
That's right, Eric and Mimi. The tragic loss of Ashley Harden has left an impact, and that's why community members and Ecolab employees wanted to do something in her honor.
When the tragedy occurred, we were all shocked and deeply saddened and didn't know, how to react, how to respond.
Ecolab plant manager Tom Ramsden tells me people wanted to find a positive way to honor the loss of Ashley Harden. That honor comes in the form of a commemorative bench.
Once we got about half the funding secured, I reached out to the company and said, hey, can you help? And the company agreed to fund the whole bench. And so we took the money that we had raised and we actually used it to supply both birthday and Christmas gifts to Ashley's 3 minor children.
On the bench is a plaque dedicated to Harden. It includes a quote from Ashley herself. It reads, "Continue smiling, growing, loving, and showing respect." Ramsden says they want the bench to serve as a reminder of who Ashley was and keep her memory alive.
We believe it's very meaningful to them to have a peaceful place that can be the focal point of remembrances and a memorial for her. We want the message that she brought of hope and kindness and love to the world.
It took 3 months for everything to come together. During the first week of December, the bench was placed at Stonebridge Trail just south of Rockton Road. Ramsden says they chose to put the bench in a well-traveled area for the public and Ecolab employees to enjoy.
When they see the bench, when they sit on the bench, hopefully they reflect on that there was a beautiful life lost, but...
The important part of this story is to always be very mindful of some men, especially those who are ready to kill you and your kids whenever they get upset. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of Ashley Harden. May Ashley's memory be a blessing for her family and for all who knew her, and may her life and death be an inspiration and a turning point towards justice and increased protection for domestic abuse survivors. Please stay safe out there and see you guys in the next video.